Hello, good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are. So guys, welcome, Lucy B here. The title today is The Confusion of the African Diaspora Retirement Issue. Many Africans are getting confused where to retire, and I don't understand why. You shouldn't be confused because we all have like something that we want. Whatever you want, you should do that. Nobody should force anybody to retire anywhere. If you want to retire anywhere, you want to retire in Europe, retire in Europe. You want to retire in Africa, retire in Africa. Nobody should force you to retire somewhere you don't like. I think that is just a common sense because I've seen many people fighting over this, which is it's a bit weird actually. There are many reasons why others may want to retire in Africa, and there are also many reasons why others may not want to retire in Africa. So if someone wants to retire somewhere, should be whatever they want. We should let them do what they want, but not to force them, not to argue with them. Yeah, but if you ask me, I would say it's best to retire in Africa. And why do I say so? I'm gonna give you the reason why. The number one reason why I want to retire, or I would advise someone to retire in Africa, is the cost of living. Yes, guy. Okay, at least one can afford. If you want to retire in the Western world, have you asked yourself, when you retire here, you're gonna end up in care home. Have you asked yourself how much it's gonna cost when you're living in a care home? Have you asked yourself that? Okay, I know roughly, not even all, it's about 7,000 to 8,000 or even 10,000 depending on the care home. And a month, that is 7,000 to 8,000 a month. Have you considered that it's gonna cost that in a month? And have you also asked yourself how much that 7 or 8 or 10,000 you could do with in Africa? So if maybe you couldn't see that, I hope by asking you that question. Yes, I know other people, they're gonna say, okay, we have a home, we're gonna sell it. That's true, but have you also considered, paying 8 or 7,000 in a month for that small room? It's a small room with your bed and maybe a few of your belongings. And also, have you considered, as an Africa, the kind of food you're gonna eat there? Like for me, I love my African food so much. I can't imagine living without my food, like bo, mukene, sweet potato, cassava, all those beautiful vegetables, the omena, all those beautiful food that we have there. We have like different type of food, like lala. If you're naturally, you'll understand what I'm talking about, like bo, lala, and all that kind of thing. So yeah, just try to imagine now you've retired, you're in a care home, living in an environment where you won't even the people, maybe if you're unlucky, how they're gonna treat you. My brother, my sister, even you're not even lucky enough, you might even be living in a place when they come to support you, they'll push you there, they'll pull you there, they will not, I don't know. Okay, I know someone will say, okay, even in Africa, but in Africa, trust me, you're gonna be among relative, among family. At least one auntie or sister or uncle or whatever will have pity on you, would at least stand by you, especially if you've been here, you look after them well. I'm sure they will. Yeah, human beings, they get tired, but at least compared to the Western world, if you retire in the Western world, just try to imagine yourself in that small room, guys, and then the food they bring. If you're if you're say you're Nigeria, maybe you want to eat fufu. Who's gonna make for you that fufu? You want to eat matoke, you want to eat ogali, you guys, who's gonna make for you those ogali, those amala, those African food, guys? You will crave for those things. And what I've realized, sometimes even the food, you will crave for some food. If you eat, it's gonna make you feel much better. Imagine you're craving for omena or for ogali or for amala or something, and then nobody can bring for you. You're gonna be depressed. The food will come. Sometimes sometimes here they don't put like too much salt in food, and if you're a person who loves the salt, okay, yeah. So the side of how much you're gonna pay for that small house. And then imagine that 7,000 or 8,000 or 10,000 that you spend in a month. What if you take it back? You decide to go to retire in Africa. You can even get yourself an acre of land, and then you build that beautiful house of yours, which is a big enough room, and while you're there, you are gonna live like a king. If you've if you've saved your money for your retirement, you're gonna live like a king or like a queen, because you're gonna live in these large rooms, large compound, and then you wake up in the morning, you are going to be showered with the beautiful morning sunshine, and you're gonna sit out there and maybe get that free vitamin D, instead of depending on supplement, which might be even here you might not even be able to afford at that time if you've not saved enough. And then you're gonna get that free vitamin D while you're there in that morning, enjoying the morning sunshine. You'll be watching a lot of things going in your compound, dogs and cats fighting, turkeys, rabbits, or whatever they are there, maybe even like your grandchildren, they are there playing in the compound, and the birds, they will be singing. You're living in this, and then the breakfast will come, a nice breakfast, nice porridge, might be like for us like millet porridge, something nice, something that you love, or fried matoke or something like that, something nice. So just try to imagine that. Yes, that is why I would advise, if you ask me, I would advise you to go and live in Africa. You go and retire in Africa at your old age. And when you go and retire in Africa and you're having all those access, you're not gonna die soon. You're gonna even live longer. Yes, because of all those organic food you're gonna eat. They're organic. They will heal you even. First of all, they will heal you. You're gonna be healthy, you're gonna be happier, you're gonna live longer. But if you live here, depression alone is gonna kill you. Loneliness will kill you. Imagine even when you are young here, loneliness alone want to kill young people. Then when you're old, and the way they're gonna treat you. I can tell you, I know in the home, sometimes if you're not in a good home, especially if you become now very weak and you need help for everything. Hey, before they give you, they will push you, they will slap you, they will do anything to you, I'm telling you. Yeah. So if in case to some people who is confused, I think this one will open your mind, will open, yourself, and see the positivity of retiring in Africa. My second reason why you should retire in Africa is investment opportunity. You guys, you already know this. If you decide to go and retire in Africa, you can go and invest. You can look for that gap. There's that thing that is missing. We have a lot of things missing in Africa. So instead of fearing to go, you just go look for that gap that maybe you've done here. Say you're a doctor, say you work in technology or whatever, and it's lacking. These are the things lacking so much in Africa. So what do? You go and create those business, and don't be surprised. Maybe it will even make you become very rich again, and then your life again will get even much, much better. When we have money, even if you're sick or whatever, you will feel better. So if you go, this is going to be a big opportunity for you. You're going to become rich again. Maybe let's say here in the Western world, you've struggled, you never even had much. When you retire now in Africa, you start a new project, you're going to be rich again. So in this case, also I want to reason here, like those who maybe have reasoned that they don't want to go to Africa because of lack of their certain thing, like maybe they are worried of care, they are worried of other things like the convenient stuff. Then if you retire now, take this thing home and start open them. And also anybody out there, the history and diverse culture. So like when you go back, you can reconnect with your ancestral, you can reconnect with all those things, like maybe like the languages, the traditional, everything, and then the history that maybe now you could have maybe forgotten. You reconnect again with all that. Enjoy all those traditional, like maybe during the harvest time, those function, the traditional within your village, within your community. You reconnect with all those, like your people again, and that alone will make your life get better. Yes, it will give you that sense of identity and belonging. You feel like you belong here. You see all the people, like they look like you, maybe you speak the same language, you just behave like them, and that is very good for your health. The environment itself will make you just, the environment that you might be grow in them, the environment alone can calm you down just by walking in nature, meeting all those things that you miss. The climate, guys, the beautiful climate of Africa all the year throughout. That climate, even guys, you can see here in the Western world, when it is summertime, you see how people are happy, they're excited. It's the same, but that one is in Africa throughout the year. You always wake up with a beautiful climate, beautiful scenery, everything is the wind that blows, they are fresh. And when it is hot, guys, you can just go and sit under the tree and just enjoy the breeze. It will be a cool breeze. But for example, here in UK, okay when it is summertime. Sometimes when it is hot, it's extremely hot to the extent that you feel like you can't even breathe. You know, like you feel like you're in an oven, and in fact many people die. So but in Africa, when it is hot, you can just go and shit under the sun, and then there's that cool breeze. It's nice. You don't get like sometimes you're extremely cold, while here in winter it's damn expensive sometimes, and it's very cold sometimes. You don't have to like. So yeah, those are some of the reasons for me why you should go and live in Africa. Okay guys, do you resonate with me? Do you like anything here? Please can you like? If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, share. If you are new guys, because I know I'm receiving new subscribers, please, you are most welcome, and please, thank you so much. And all those who really always support me, I just want to say thank you so much. You guys, you are the best. You are my real family. Thank you so much. I really appreciate. Yeah. So guys, I thought I should make this video because of so many people who are confused. Others even they go arguing with each other why you should go and retire in Africa or you should retire in Europe. Come on, don't be confused. Like I said from the beginning, don't be confused. And for those who want to retire in the Western world, I've just tried to highlight a few things here, which like I already told you, you know, like if you go and retire in Africa, you're gonna save a lot and you're gonna live like a king. While when you retired here, well, to others might be good, but I don't know, to me I see it like you're gonna be miserable all along by yourself. But when you retire in Africa, and also I want to advise, if you plan to retire in Africa, start going home now. Start to reconnect with those friends of yours that you left back home. Start creating community so that like when you go home, you have a community that you can, you know, you can have fun with. You know, start going home now. Start planning. Start if you're going home, so that like when you retire, you'll have some friend to go out drinking with them or dancing with them. You have a community, you know, I mean like a club, something like that, and you won't be lonely. You won't be bored. You're gonna have friends around, be around you. Then when you retired here in the Western world, trust me, you're just gonna be with the care workers and the nurses and who have extremely stressed, who are like, I'm not like trying to discourage, I'm just trying to do a straight talk here. This is a straight talk guys, because like for me, I pray to God I want to retire home where I can eat sweet food. I love my African sweet food. I'm sure I love like to like be with my friends and that kind of thing. So, and also you're gonna like live longer, because you know vitamin D is very good for our health, for our bones and everything. So by retiring in Africa, you're gonna be getting a lot of vitamin D. You are going to have a lot of natural fruits, vegetables, they're just from the garden. You're gonna have a lot. But then the other thing that we are to retire to Africa, I mean, we need to work on that. I'll talk about that next time. That one we need to work on them. So guys, thank you. If you watch all this, why, please clap for yourself. Thank you so much for supporting this lady here. Thank you so much guys for loving me, for caring. I pray that whatever I said would have put some sense in somebody's head. Just try to imagine what I've talked here. Try to sit down and imagine. You know, imagine if you bought an acre there in Africa, big acre, and then you build your nice bedroom, a coming nice bedroom, and then you make a beautiful compound, you know, where you sit outside, you know. Try to also keep some animals like rabbits, like dogs, like turkeys, like, and then you just be seeing them there, you know. I mean, that is really good for our health and well-being. I wish you all guys the best, and please guys, like, please subscribe, share. Like I always say, if you don't want to do anything, at least out of the three, for me, I beg you guys, do me one thing. At least if you can subscribe, like. If you can like, at least share. But share guys, like please. Thank you already. And guys, have a wonderful weekend. Love you. Bye.